Hi everyone, Stacy here. Welcome to another Dies to Die for card making video. Today I have a birthday card to make, so I've already cut out some pieces and let's see what we can come up with. I used our crepe paper borders, our balloons die, then I wanted a string on our balloon, so I also used our Get Well balloons and flowers just to put the string. I didn't want to use that little balloon, I wanted it a little bigger, so that's how I did the string. I'm going to use our birthday wishes and our elegant wave rectangle and our stitched rectangles. And for the slimline we're going to be doing, I used the Gina Marie slimline stitched rectangles. Let me show you our ink colors we're going to be using too. The Simon Hurley Remember Me, Wolf, and the Gur inks. Set those aside. Okay, now what I was thinking, I made a card similar to this for my son's birthday, but I can't for the life of me remember what it looked like. So we're just going to wing it and hopefully it turns out to be something I like. Now, all of my pieces, I've already used my floral tools. I'll get those right there. And I'm not going to use this piece, but I'm just going to show you. I just went around the edges and puffed it up a little bit so it was dimensional. And then I also did that on the crepe paper borders. I just went around the very edges so those puffed too, and then put pop dots behind everything. Well, all the balloons in the crepe paper border. So I'm thinking, I don't know if I want it to go this way. Let me see how the words fit in here. Go birthday wishes. Yeah, and I think I'm going to put this down on this corner. I inked the background, the stitch rectangle with the gray, the Simon Hurley. Excuse me, my voice is going out a little. Then I'm going to take the shape of the crepe paper up there first. The idea is to put the crepe paper up here and do like a grouping of balloons with the word over there. So I think we will do the crepe paper first. I would have taken all these backs off of this before, but they're so curly I was afraid that they would curl up on each other. And then I'd have to figure out what to do with a ball of crepe paper. Okay. Maybe that one right about there. That looks good. Ooh, I like those popped up. I'm thinking I'm only gonna maybe use 3 on here. Maybe should I do 1 of the browns and 2 of the blues? Let's do more of the blue. The brown is just kind of this blue, this Remember Me. I love this ink color. It's probably, other than the basic grays and browns, I think this blue is one of my most used. Overlap this one this way a little. Those are so much fun. I'm still taking the backers off in case you wondered what I was doing off camera. No, I'm not just sitting here staring at the card. Okay. So let's move you out of the way, balloon. Let's maybe bring this one down a little bit more, like that. Oh, look at how that looks with those pop dots on them. Okay, we're going to set that brown aside because we're not going to use it. Then we have our 3 balloons. And I made sure that I'm going to use 2 large ones and 1 small. And I used all 3 of the colors that I'm using in the card on the balloons and the strings. So I'll do something like that right there, and that. This is a nice simple card again. I know you're not used to me doing simple cards with just a few dies, but glue that, put that one down. I'm wondering, because everything else is popped up though, if I should pop the rectangle up, and I want this one down a little bit further too. And we'll fill in with this smaller white one. Okay, once you get those down, then you can cut the strings off, or you can leave them. I'm going to cut them off. First, before I decide if I'm going to pop this or not, I'm just going to glue these birthday words down as soon as I find my thing. There we go. My clipboard. I like using the clipboard to keep my mat clean. Don't ask me why. I know the mat is supposed to be there so you can get it dirty and wash it off, but I have an issue with getting my mat dirty. I would rather use my clipboard and just use a piece of printer paper and throw it away when I'm done. When my kids come up and use the craft room, they don't use a clipboard. They just glue right on my mat, and it drives me insane. Probably mostly because they don't clean it up, and I don't know for a few days that it's on there. Shouldn't complain. I just should be happy that they like to make cards and they like to craft, right? Better than fighting all day long like they do when they're not crafting. Put this up here a little bit more. It should go down there, but I don't like it down there. I want it up there. Get some glue on this wishes word. A lot of people look at this word and they say, or this set that we did, well, I don't like that the day and the birth are separate. Well, all you have to do is layer them on one another and then you have a full word. Kind of intended that when we made it that way. Okay, now we have our birthday. So, what do you think? Flat on there? I think flat, because I think if it popped it up, I want a little bit of a yep, we're going flat. That's what we're going to do. If you choose to make this card and you want to pop it up, send me a picture so I can see what it looks like. That right on there. There you go. Nice, simple birthday card. Now, all I have to do is glue it onto my card base when I'm ready to send it out. And I think I've told you guys that before. I just make the panels, and then when somebody has a birthday or something, I grab it and I glue it on to the base. That way, the bases aren't taking up room in my card box. I can just make them as I go. Some of my cards, I'll keep the words off. That way, if I have a card that could be used for a birthday or a wedding or whatever, I can just cut the word out that I want really quick instead of having multiple cards. Okay. And for the slimline, I want to do kind of a group of balloons on either side of the elegant wave rectangle and the words. I'm just going to glue those words down right now so I don't have to worry about it after I get my pieces laid out. Okay. Oh, and the edges, these words I cut out in white. And then for the blue card, I just put a little bit of the remember me around the edges. And for this card, what color did I use for this? It's the, what is the Simon Hurley pink color? I believe it's Prom Queen. Let me see real quick if I can find it. Prom Queen, yep. Here it is right there. Forgot I used a different color for this card. I just think if I get these words down, then I can, I'm still not set on doing this horizontally. I might want to do the card vertically. If I have my words down, then I know the more pieces I can get glued down, it helps me visualize what way I want it. Okay, so do I want it? Yeah, no, I don't want it this way. Okay, we're going to go back to the original plan and do groups of balloons on either side. Pink string there, a white and a pink string there, and then just a bunch of the crepe paper pieces. I think I'm going to do 2 of the brown and then 3 of the pink. Well, I really can't do any more than that because those are all the pieces I made, but I know I'm slacking. Usually I have a million extra pieces. That one right there. Oh, I just took the back off the pink. I want to put the brown down first, right? I think I want to put the brown down first. Put the pink above it. I guess you could put a brown and then a pink and then a brown and a pink. And then another pink. Okay. I'll put this. Now this set was really made for an A2 card, so they don't go edge to edge. I do plan on making a slimline set in the crepe papers, because I end up using them on the slimline a lot, and then I want one that can go from side to side. Makes sense. Put that one right there. You could take some of the streamers from our streamer die and hang them down if you wanted to, but I just wanted something simple for birthday. Actually, the card that I made similar to this for my son's birthday was a last minute decision because he's 6 and a boy, and I just I didn't forget about making him a card, but just really didn't have time. And then after his birthday, he said, "Mom, where's my card?" So I looked at my dies and thought, what can I make for him really quick? I want to tuck this up underneath of here so it looks like the and I'm having a hard time getting it. So So you don't see that it ends right there. Makes sense? Like that. And then one more piece of pink. If you don't like it as puffy as this, you could leave the pop dots off. The pieces are layering over top of each other here, so you really have like 2 pop dots thick. You could always leave the pop dots off the top layer. I kind of like it though. Gives it more dimension and flow. Put that up a little bit further, that way I can cut this off to make it look like it's going off of the card. That. So you don't have that straight edge that looks like it's just hanging in the middle of nowhere. Okay, let's glue this in the center. Now we just have our balloons left. Oh, I really like the dimension in this card. Pop dots are so much fun, aren't they? And I know that's not what everyone calls them. Most of you guys call them dimensionals. They're still always going to be pop dots to me. Over a little. And we'll put our little tiny one right in the center. Get back on the screen. Like that. Let's do the balloons on the other side. I want to start with the brown on the outside because that's how I did it over there. I think this balloon is going to go up above that crepe paper though, because it's hanging down into my balloon space. They don't have to match the other side perfectly. Put that up on those a little bit more. Okay. Let's cut our balloon edges off. And then I'm going to come back and put a little dab of glue on those. Maybe. Just a little bit. Okay. And stick them down. I guess you could leave them free floating too, if you wanted to. Look at how cute that is. And how nice and simple it is. I mean, I complicated a little bit more by cutting everything out in white and inking everything, but if you cut them out in colors, you could eliminate the inking part and have this card done in, I would probably 10 minutes or so. It's not complicated at all. All right, so there are our cards for today. And this one is going to go to my friend Gavin for his 19th birthday. So happy birthday, Gavin, and thank you for watching. We'll see you again on the next video.